and all that other stuff on some what's the movie no the thing with in England with the mask.
V for Vendetta.
V for Vendetta. So in DC it's mostly gonna look like V for Vendetta. But if you're in California, it's gonna look like Mad Max. So depending on the area in the state, it's gonna look chaotic, it's gonna look fucked up anyway, excuse my language. You know? But we're here to warn you of these things that's coming. That's spelling the end of America, which is known as Babylon in the scriptures.
Second Ezra 6:9. Read that in Ecclesiastes.
Ecclesiastes 12 verse 1. Remember now thy creator in the days of thy youth.
That's what the scripture is telling you. Remember your creator in the days of your youth. Go ahead.
While the evil days come not.
Right, before the evil days show up. Go ahead.
Nor the years draw nigh, when thou shalt say, I have no pleasure in them.
Right, because the days coming up, there's going to be no pleasure in these days. It's going to be real bad. So the Lord's telling you, get right, get with the spirit of Yahweh Bashim Shah before these days come. Before you say, look, I don't have pleasure in this stuff. You know, I don't want to go through this. Go ahead.
While the sun or the light or the moon or the stars be not darkened, nor the clouds return after the rain.
That's talking about this knowledge. You know, the things that provide order on earth. They give light, they give life. The sun, the moon, you know, the stars. Alright? He said he's going to darken all that stuff out. And that's going to happen physically too.
Yeah,
go ahead.
That's right.
In the day when the keepers of the house shall tremble, and the strong men shall bow themselves, and the grinders cease, because they are few, and those that look out of the windows be darkened.
When somebody says, I'm on a grind, what are they doing? I'm grinding. They're working, right? He says the grinding is going to cease, meaning the work. Everybody's going to be 100% unemployment. The only people that are going to be employed are the people working in these concentration camps.
Yeah, and people with microchips.
And that's it, you know? Because you're going to have, what was that thing that told me to watch? There's going to be hell going on, but there's going to be different stuff going on. It's like life is still going to continue in some places.
Yeah. You're going to have pockets of economical pockets here and there, but the transaction is going to be done
Children of men.
Children of men?
Yeah, children of men.
That's
it, yeah.
That's right. You're going to have that, right?
Yep.
And the doors shall be shut in the streets when the sound of the grinding is low. And he shall rise up at the voice of the bird, and all the daughters of music shall be brought low.
Right, that's that martial law. It said the doors shall be shut in the streets. You ever seen on Georgia Avenue, it says evacuation route. Or on 16th Street, it says evacuation route. Why? Because they have a certain system of how they want the flow of things to go when all hell breaks loose.
That's right.
They want to cut off the borders and they want to ship people out to camps to quarantine people. Because a quarantine is coming.
Oh,
you know, it's gonna have to, because plagues, disease, warfare is gonna break out.
That's right.
You know, through the spirit. Go to 2nd Ezra 6 and 9. We can end there.
This is 2nd Ezra 6 and 9. Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth.
Remember, the earth was given into the hand of the wicked. All right. Now the scripture's telling us that the end of the world, all right, or the end of these times, is when Esau's ruling. It says Esau is the end of the world. Esau is the so-called white man.
That's right.
That's his ancestor. He comes from Esau. So he's saying Esau is the end of the world, but Jacob is the beginning of it that followed. All right? Starting with our king Yahushua that comes out of the tribe of Judah.
That's right.
This is Jacob. This is the world that followed. This is what's coming. How do we know that? Go to 6 and 9. Go to 54. Yeah.
Come, this is 2nd Ezra 6 and 54. It says, and after these, Adam also, whom thou madest Lord of all thy creatures, of him, Salah, the water, of him come we all, and the people also with thou, whom thou hast chosen.
Right, we all come from Adam, but then the scripture says the Lord chose a certain people. Go ahead.
Come, verse 55. All this I have spoken before thee, O Lord, because thou madest the world for our sake.
Right, he made the world for our sakes. Look how the world is operating under the control and the vibration of the so-called white man. Look what's going on. You know, all the men are becoming women, and all the women are becoming men. Animals are dwelling in places they usually don't dwell. You know, they're eating foods they're not supposed to eat. You got birds flying down eating candy and shit.
Yeah, that's crazy.
You got insects. You put a piece of candy on the ground, the insects gonna eat the candy. The insects don't eat candy, man.
Yeah, you got shrimps and crabs. They're floating at the surface. They're supposed to be bottom feeders. When they float at the surface, they get eaten by other fishes, which that's kind of like, that's suicide. They're not supposed to float. They're supposed to stay in the bottom and eat all the garbage, so that when us humans go and start and swim in the ocean, we don't get sick. That's why when you go swimming, you don't in the ocean you don't get sick. It's because the shrimps and crabs clean that body of water, and they clean it from the bottom.
That's not food. That's trash. Do you eat shrimp, crabs, and stuff like that? Lobster?
Not really, it's too expensive.
Well, you shouldn't eat it anyways. If a dog, let's say a dog drowned it, right, and it fell to the bottom of the ocean, you know the first thing to eat that dog? Lobster.
That's right.
Crabs, shrimp. You know, now Esau, who's the end of the world, he's gonna put it on the menu for you as an option.
Yeah. And
then, like you said, he's gonna make it expensive to make you think like, oh, this must be something to be desired. You're like a luxury, a delicacy. He's not a delicacy. When you see somebody eating shrimp and crab, it's just like seeing somebody reach in a trash can and start eating that trash can.
They call sea roaches.
Yeah,
do you eat roaches? Though, so if you don't eat earth roaches, but you're gonna eat sea roaches.
God, finish that out,
Verse 55. All this I have spoken before thee, O Lord, because thou madest the whole world for our sakes. Verse 55. As for other people which also came nothing, but be like unto spittle.
Right, it says that they are nothing but be like unto the spittle. So the Lord said he made the world for our sakes. That's why the scripture said earlier in the chapter that Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. The kingdom to come after America's destroyed is going to be our kingdom. All right, and Yahweh Shai is going to be our king. All right, with that we're going to wrap up. We're going to give all praise to our power.
Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai Ba'Shem Akakwadash.
The water Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai allowing us to do this again. The Most High's name is Yahweh, and our deliverer's name, all right, our Savior's name is Yahweh Shai.
Right.
All right, Shalom to the elect, peace and blessings to you all, and double honors to our elders and apostles whom we learn from, known as Great Millstone. You can also go on YouTube and type in a Great Millstone, and a bunch of other brothers will pop up too if you want to learn from. You know, anything you want to learn about what we're talking, go on YouTube and type in GMS in a topic. You type in GMS food. We're going to have lessons about what type of food you need to eat, how to heal your body, you know? That's it. Shalom.
Shalom.
Hit the red button.